Hello everyone, this is George with the Paper Panda Crafts. I am back with another video. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for all the comments and the positivity. Just thank you so much. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. Tell your friends, tell your family. So anyway, so today's video is going to be a tutorial, and we are going to learn how to make this. This is a cute little A-frame picture holder, picture frame, whatever you want to call it, that I made using some of those hinges that I used on last week's project. I just spray painted these white. I just basically took some ribbon, put it in the middle so that way it wouldn't fall down or anything like that. Tied it, and yeah, used some clothespins so that way people can change out the photos whenever they want. It's not a one and done kind of thing. So yeah, there you go. You can sit it on your desk, sit it on your coffee table. You can put pictures of your family or your pets or whoever you want, whatever you want. So yeah, so if you want to learn how to make this, stick around. Alright, so on this project we are going to need some chipboard. These are the same size as last week's project. They are 4x6. They are actually left over from the 2 pieces of 12x12 chipboard that I cut up. And I'm going to be using this new paper pad that I picked up. It was in my haul video last Wednesday, I think it was. I picked it up from Michael's. It's called Marsh Flower. I'll give you all a quick flip through. Oop. But it's just really pretty. It's just got some darker kind of autumny patterns and colors. So yeah, it's really nice. I like it. So that is the paper pad we're going to be using, and I chose this pattern. It's the same pattern as the first one that I made. It's just a little bit darker. So we're going to kind of like make the darker version of that other one. We're also going to need some paper that measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to need 2 of those. And we're going to need 2 3x4, and these are for the photo mats. And I will show you how to put one together. It's nothing super hard. And we're going to need some for the liner sheet, which is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. So I have 2 of those. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay down some tape on the back of our chipboard. Alright, now that we've got our tape down, I'm going to, I'm going to take my spatula and just make sure that it's really stuck down. Oops, that was loud. Alright, and now we're going to peel off our backing. And we are going to stick this down on the back of the 12x12 sheet. Giving myself about, I would say 1/2 inch. Yeah, about 1/2 inch of space around to do my wraparound. Alright, we're going to take the other piece and we're just going to put it over in this corner with the same spacing. And then we're going to flip it over and just make sure everything is stuck down. Okay, now we're gonna, right, now we're going to cut off our excess, and I can never cut straight, I swear. But don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to cut off a little bit more of this excess because I don't need that much. Alright. And then we're going to cut that off. And we're going to cut some of this off. That's a little skinny, but it's okay. Alright, so now we are going to do a miter cut. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and fold these over just to get everything kind of creased. Okay, and I'm going to use my tape gun. I did eventually run out of this, the original Scotch brand refill, and I used that Michaels tape that I picked up, the refill that I was talking about in my last video. So far it works the same, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, so it's a good alternative, and it sticks just as well so far. So just to let y'all know. So we're going to run this on all 4 sides of the paper and the chipboard. Alright, now we're going to see if this will actually cover up since I cut it so wonky, but hopefully it'll be okay. We shall see. Alright, fold that over. Moment of truth. Let's see. Hooray! You can't see my chipboard. Alright. Okay. And I'm going to do the same exact thing, except I didn't cut that one so narrow. I'm going to do the same exact thing to this one, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Got everything folded over, got everything nice and stuck. Got my edges all nice and squared, so now we're going to attach the hinges. And the way I'm going to do that is with some tape, and this tape will hold. Believe me, I accidentally stuck one of those hinges down in the wrong spot, and I almost tore the whole thing up trying to get it back off, so it will hold. Okay, and tear that. Alright, so one thing that's important is that when you put your hinges on, you want to make sure that this part that sticks out is facing you. You don't want to put it like this, down like that, because when you go to fold it, that's as far as it's going to go. And it's not going to sit right. So we want it to be able to sit a little bit more narrow, so we need to make sure that this is facing us. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so I'm going to peel the backing off of my chipboard. Tape, sorry. And I'm going to stick one of them. Okay. And then I'm just going to bring this one close, and I'm going to lay it down, making sure that they're lined up. Okay, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing with this one. And I'm not measuring anything, I'm just kind of eyeballing it, how far in I'm putting them. Okay, and just push them down, make sure they get good and stuck. Alright, so there we go. Now we're going to put on our backing, and for that I'm just going to lay down a couple pieces of my 2-inch tape. Just right there in the middle. Don't really have to cover the whole thing. Okay. And use my spatula to get this nice and stuck. And then peel off the backing. Alright, so we got the backing peeled off of our tape. And now, one thing I forgot to say that you will need is some ribbon. Any kind of ribbon, it doesn't really matter what kind. Just something to lay on here and tie. So, there's no really exact measurement. I'm just going to cut some. I guess that's maybe about 5 inches. And I'm just going to lay it here up into the tape. And I'll cut off about the same amount, because we're going to trim off some anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's too long. Okay. And lay some up into the tape there. Alright. So now that we've got those laid down, now we can put on our backing. So we're going to take our backing and we're going to put glue all the way around. Really get the corners. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the ribbon on each side. I'm going to put some glue in the little holes on the hinges and on the hinge itself. And when we lay down our liner, we're going to center it this way, but we're going to offset it this way. We're going to want to cover up the hinges. So you don't have to worry about getting it perfectly centered because we're going to offset it. Okay. All right. And use paper towel to get any extra glue that's going to seep out. And you really want to push it down around those hinges. It'll kind of, you'll see the hinge kind of start to shape into the paper, if that makes sense. And you can use your bone folder to get everything nice and stuck and worked in. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing to this side, and I will be right back. Alright, we've got our second liner sheet in, and as y'all can see, that side that I cut all wonky, you can kind of see a little sliver of chipboard, but I don't think it's super noticeable, so I think it's fine. But, ooh, just barely made it. So, once you have your liner sheets in, you're going to take your ribbons and bring them up together, and you're just going to tie a knot. You can tie a bow, you can tie a knot, you can tie whatever you want. I'm going to tie a knot because I don't intend on untying this. Okay, and now we're going to cut off the excess ribbon. And there we go. We got our base. Now comes the decorating. So first thing is I'm going to show you all how to make the photo mats, which is super simple. You're just going to take a piece of white, either white cardstock, or you can use a piece of scrap paper. I'm just using a piece of scrap from the liner sheet that I cut. And all you're going to do is take some tape. You can use tape, glue, your tape runner, whatever is easiest. And oops, forgot the middle. And then you're just going to center it on here. And get everything nice and stuck. And that's it. Super simple. So now we're going to take this and we are going to place our photo mats. So first thing I'm going to do is lay some tape, I should say, not layer. And again, if you want to use glue, you can use glue. I'm just using tape just because. Alright. Make sure I don't have any pieces of tape sticking over the edge. And you can place it wherever you want. Excuse me. I'm going to do like I did on the other one, and I'm going to offset it towards the top. And get it as straight as I can. And lay it down. Okay. And on the other side, I think I'm going to do down towards the bottom, just because. And I want to get it lined up with the edge, as straight as I can. Alright, there we go. And then now, I'm going to go ahead and put on these little flat back pearls. I doubt y'all can see these because they're so small, but it's just these little, God, frog in my throat. Just these little flat back pearls. These are black just because this is a darker frame than the other one. And I'm going to use some reptile glue to get them all stuck down. And I'm only going to put them in 3 corners because the 4th corner is going to be covered up with a burlap flower. Alright, now that we got those all stuck down, now we can attach our clothespins and our flowers. So these burlap flowers, they were not this clean looking. All I did is I took some Tim Holtz ink pad, and I just dirtied them up. This is the tea stain ink, and I just dirtied them up a little bit because they were a little too clean looking. So I'm going to use hot glue for this because this just seems to work better when placing these flowers down, because they're not even on the back. So to me, it just works a little bit easier. All right, so we will, actually I'm going to do the leaves first. And whenever I place photo mats, I don't know why I always overlap the photo mat itself. I just feel like it gives it a little bit more dimension, a little bit of character. Okay. All right. Isn't that pretty? I really like the way this one came out. All right. And now we're going to stick down our clothespin. Put a little dollop of hot glue on the back of that. And we'll put it right there. All right. Voila. And there we go. So now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to glue down my flat back pearls, except I'm going to do the other three corners because I'm going to place my flowers in this bottom corner. Alright, we've got all these glued on, and so now I'm going to attach the flowers. Actually, the leaves first. Put a healthy glob of hot glue. And attach one. And attach two. And if you hang over the edge with them, not only the photo mat, but the edge of your project, it to me gives it that much more dimension. Okay, and now we will place the flower with a healthy glob of hot glue. There we go. And then this clothespin, I'm only going to put some hot glue towards the bottom of the clothespin because this clothespin is going to stick up above the frame itself. So we don't need hot glue all the way up to the top. So we've got our clothespin attached, and now I am going to just add a few little of these Tim Holtz sayings wherever they are. There they are. Got hot glue stuck to my finger. Alright, so I think I'm going to use some of the dark ones. Let's use Happiness Depends on Ourselves. Actually, let's use Together, if I can get it off. Right, we're going to use this Together is the Best Place to Be. We'll put that one on this side. Where is it going to fit? I hope. There we go. Okay, we'll just put that at the bottom. Whoops. Okay. And then on this side, I just want to put a little something, so I think I'm going to do the same thing as the other one. I'm just going to put Life is Good. But I'm going to put it down here. Alright. There we go. We are done. And now you can place this wherever you want. Put whatever pictures you want on it. And show it off to your friends and family. So let me bring in the other one. That way you can see the two sisters side by side. They are sisters and not twins. But yeah, so I'm very happy with the way these came out, and I hope y'all are too. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, and all that stuff is down in the description box. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.